Festival was over, the boys were all planning for fall. Cabaret was quiet, except for the drilling in the wall. Curfew had been lifted, the gambling wheel shut down. Anyone with any sense had already left town. Standing in the doorway, looking like a jack of hearts. Moved across the mirrored room, set up for everyone, he said. Everyone commenced to do what they were doing before he turned their heads. He walked up to a stranger and he asked him with a grin, "Could you kinda tell me, friend, what time the show begins?" And he moved into a corner, face down like a jack of hearts. Backstage, the girls playing 5-card stud by the stairs. Lily had 2 queens, she was hoping for a third to match her pair. Outside, streets are filling up, the windows open wide. Gentle breeze was blowing, you could feel it from inside. Lily called another bed and drew up the jack of hearts. Big Jim was no one's fool, he owned the town's only diamond mine. He made his usual entrance, looking so dandy and so fine. With his bodyguards and silver cane and every hair in place, he took whatever he wanted to and he laid it all to waste. But his bodyguards and silver cane were no match for the jack of hearts. Rosemary combed her hair and took the carriage into town. Slipped in through the side door, looking like a queen without her crown. She fluttered her false eyelashes and whispered in Jim's ear, "Sorry, darling, that I'm late," but he didn't seem to hear. He was staring into space over at the Jack of Hearts. I know I've seen his face before, Big Jim was thinking to himself. Maybe that time down in Mexico, or a picture on somebody's shelf. But the crowd began to stamp their feet and the lower starts dim. And in the darkness there was only Jim and him, staring at the butterfly who once drew the Jack of Hearts. Lily was a princess, she was fair-haired and precious as a child. And she did whatever she wanted to, and she had a certain flash in her smile. She come from a broken home, had lots of strange affairs with men of every walk of life, but she took her everywhere. But she never met no one quite like the Jack of Hearts. Came in unnoticed and was being wined and dined. Drilling in the hole kept locked up, but nobody paid it any mind. It was known all around that Lily had Jim's ring, and nothing ever would become of Lily and the King. No, nothing. Now that there was the Jack of Hearts, Rosemary started drinking hard and seeing her reflection in the knife. She was tired of all the attention and tired of playing the role of Big Jim's wife. She had done a lot of bad things, even once tried suicide. She was looking to do one good deed before she died. She was gazing to the future, riding on the Jack of Hearts. Lily took off her dress and buried it away. As your luck run out, she laughed. Well, I guess you knew it would someday. You be careful not to touch the wall. There's a brand new coat of paint. I'm glad to see you still alive. You're looking like a saint. And down the hallway footsteps were coming for the Jack of Hearts. Backstage manager was prancing all around by his chair. There's something funny going on, I can just feel it in the air. Well, he went to get the hanging judge, but the hanging judge was drunk. The leading actor hurried off the costume of a monk, and there was no actor anywhere better than the Jack of Hearts. Well, no one knew the circumstance, but they said it happened pretty quick. The door to the dressing room burst open and a cold revolver clicked. Big Jim was standing there, you could say he was surprised. Rosemary right behind him, steady in her eyes. She was with Big Jim, but she was leaning towards the Jack of Hearts. 2 doors down, the boys finally made it through the wall. They cleaned out the safe, the paper said they got off with quite a haul. In the darkness by the riverside, they waited on the ground for one more member who had some business back in town. They couldn't go no further without the Jack of Hearts. Next day is hanging day, and the sky was overcast and black. Big Jim lay covered up, killed by a penknife in the back. Rosemary on the gallows, she didn't even blink. Hanging judge was sober, he hadn't yet had a drink. And the only person on the scene missing was the Jack of Hearts. empty now, a sign said closed for repair. Lily had began to take all the dye out of her hair. She was thinking about her father, who she very rarely saw, thinking about Rosemary and thinking about the law. But most of all, she was thinking about the Jack of Hearts.